everyone. Today we are starting with the class 10th chapter 4 quadratic equations. As you know that quadratic, when any expression is said to be quadratic, when the highest power of the variable is 2. Highest power is equal to 2. Okay, and when an expression becomes an equation, when it has the equal sign, then it won't be an expression, it will become an equation. It means the equal sign should be there. Now the general form of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. Here we will see how it is a quadratic equation. The highest power of the variable is 2. It means it is quadratic. And we have an equal sign. It shows that it is an equation. That is why it is said to be a quadratic equation. Now, what is the condition that it is said to be a quadratic equation? What is the most important condition? Here the condition is if the coefficient of x square is 0, then it will not be a quadratic equation. It means that the coefficient of x square, that is a, because I have considered it as a, it should not be equal to 0. Just now I had said if it is equal to 0, then it will not be a quadratic equation. For example, if I am writing 0x square plus 2x plus 5 is equal to 0. In this term, I can consider that it is not there in this equation. I have just written to explain you all. It means that this is not the term in this equation. It can also be written as 2x plus 5 equal to 0. So this is not a quadratic equation, but it is a linear equation. Why? Because the x square we do not have in this equation. So any equation, if it is written like this also, then also it is said to be a quadratic equation. I mean to say that if the variable x is not there, then it will be a quadratic equation. But it is not possible that it is said to be quadratic when this complete x square term is not there in the equation. So the most important condition for an equation to be quadratic is that the coefficient of x square should not be equal to 0. Now, the highest power of this equation is 2. It shows that it will have total number of solutions is equal to 2. Total number of solutions will be 2. Or I can also say that the number of zeros will be 2. Or number of roots will be 2. That all these three statements meant the same thing. Okay, so here as we have the highest power as 2, it shows that the total number of solution will be 2. Okay, now we will see what all are the methods for finding the solution. We have the first one as the factorization. Factorization we are learning from the class 8 itself. Factorization, in which we factorize the middle term. Okay, by splitting the middle term, you must have studied in class 8 as well as in class 9. The second method is quadratic formula. The third method is completing the square method. And fourth method is graphical method. These two methods you do not have in your syllabus. So we will study these two methods. That is, the first one is factorization and the second one is quadratic formula. So now we are starting with the first method, that is the factorization. Okay, now for doing the factorization, that is the splitting the middle term, we had already learned this factorization in the junior classes, in class 8 as well as in class 9. But right now let us take an example and just do the revision. Okay, x square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. I have taken this example. Whenever we do the factorization, before that we always check that the power, all the term in this equation should be arranged in the decreasing order of the power of the x, okay, or either y if you have the, or any other variable in the equation, okay. So here it is already arranged, here it is 2, here it is 1, and here nothing is written. It means x raised to the power 0 I have. So now how we will factorize? We will multiply the first term and the constant term. It has become 6x square. Now we have to split 6 in such a way that whatever two numbers you are getting, you have to add them to get this number, or you have to subtract them to get this number. I know that 6 can be written as 2 into 3 will give you 6, okay, and 2 plus 3 will give me what? 5, isn't it or not? So here I have that x square, so I am distributing the x over here, because 2x into 3x I will get 6x square, and 2x plus 3x I will get what? 5x, okay. So I am writing this middle term in this form. So it will become x square plus 2x plus 3x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now I will take out the common term by making the pair of the two over here. So the first two term and the last two term. From these two term I am taking out x common. What is left over here? X plus 2, and from here plus 3, and x plus 2 again is equal to 0. Again I can see that this is the first term and the second term. From the first two terms I can see that this x plus 2 is coming out common. So x plus 2 again I have taken out common. Now from this first term, what is left? This is already out. So what is left? X. And from this second term, this is already out. What is left? Plus 3 is equal to 0. When you will find these two factors, to find the solution, what we will do? We will equate them to the 0 to find the solution for the x, okay. So x plus 2 is equal to 0, so x is equal to minus 2, and when x plus 3 is equal to 0, x is equal to minus 3. So these two are the roots, or you can say these two are the zeros, or you can say these two are the solution for this quadratic equation. So we had studied factorization. Now it's turned to quadratic formula. Quadratic formula. We have the general form of the quadratic equation is ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0, where a is coefficient of x square, plus b is the coefficient of x, and plus c is the constant term. This quadratic formula will directly give you the value of x by a small formula. Here x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac whole upon 2a. So previously we solved the quadratic equation by using the factorization method or by splitting the middle term method. So instead of that, you can also use this quadratic formula. The answer will be same. Either you are using the previous method or this method. The answer will be same by both the method. Okay. So I am taking the previous example so that you will be able to understand, yes, the answer is coming same. Okay. X square plus 5x plus 6 is equal to 0. Here in this formula you can see that a, b and c, these are the coefficient of the different terms. That is, a is the coefficient of x square, b is the coefficient of x, and c is the constant term. So we will equate this to the general form of the quadratic equation to find the value of ABC, and we will put the value of those ABC in this formula to find the solution. Okay. So here I am writing ax square plus bx plus c is equal to 0. So what all are the values? If we will compare, what is coming? A is equal to 1. We have to be very careful with the sign also. Okay. Here plus b is equal to plus 5. So b is equal to 5. And plus c is equal to plus 6. So c is equal to 6. These are the three values. So now I am going to put all these three values in this formula. X is equal to minus b. What is over here? Minus b is 5. प्लस माइनस अंडर रूट b स्क्वायर मतलब 5 स्क्वायर माइनस 4ac 4 into a is 1 and c is 6 whole upon 2a 2 into a is 1 minus 5 plus minus under root 25 minus 4 6 are 24 whole upon 2 2 ones are 2. Now it will become what? Minus 5 plus minus 25 minus 24 will give you under root 1 upon 2. Now when you will solve this, here also we can solve it further. Minus 5 plus minus root 1 value is 1 only upon 2. Now here we have the plus minus. It shows that we have to find the two zeros. We already know because the power is 2. Okay. So by first we will find both the zeros. First one by taking plus and the second one by taking it as minus. Let us take plus. Then what it will become? X is equal to minus 5 plus 1 upon 2. It will become minus 4 upon 2. It will give you minus 2. Second one minus x is equal to minus 5 minus 1 upon 2. Here it will give you what? Minus 6 upon 2. It will give you minus 3. So minus 2 and minus 3. These are the two zeros. You got the same values in the previous question also. So we had studied how to use the quadratic formula to find the solution for the quadratic equation. Okay. Now we will study that this side of the quadratic formula contains minus b, but this side we have this value which is in the root. It means this value can be equal to 0 or any other number, positive numbers, or it can also be negative number. It means the value of x is depending on this value, especially on this value, and which is inside the root. Okay, this value b square minus 4ac can be equal to 0, or b square minus 4ac can be equal to any real value. Okay, or it can be any positive real value, I mean to say, and b square minus 4ac, it can be any negative number also. Okay, but we know that for under root 0 the value is possible. That is, under root 0 will give you what? 0. For any value, any positive value inside the root, suppose under root 3, this is also possible. But if I have under root minus 3, this kind of value is not possible. It means that the value of x is depending on this value which is inside the root. Isn't it? Okay. So that is why we can decide the nature of the root. Nature of the root means that how the value of x will be after finding out it. X, the value of x depending on this value. That is why this b square minus 4ac is called as d. D means discriminant. Discriminant, which decides the nature of the root. It decides the nature of the roots. It means if d is greater than 0, it means the roots are real. Okay. If d is equal to 0, then we will have the equal roots. If d is less than 0, then roots. I told you that if this value is negative, it means d is less than 0 matlab the negative value, it means the value of b square minus 4ac will be negative because it is less than 0. So in the root if you have the negative value, this value will not be possible. That is why it is called as imaginary. Roots are imaginary. The value which we are not able to find, we call it as imaginary roots. I am going to explain all these three values by giving the different examples. So, to understand the nature of the root, I have taken the first example as this quadratic equation. I am using the quadratic formula to find the values of x. X is equal to, here first of all, the value of a is 1, b is 3 and c is 2. X is equal to minus b, that is minus 3 plus minus under root b square 9 minus 4ac. Matlab 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8 upon 2a, 2 ones are 2. It will give you minus 3 plus minus under root 1 upon 2. Okay. Now under root 1 can be written as minus 3 plus minus 1 upon 2. So right, first we will take x is equal to minus 3 plus 1 upon 2. Here it is what? Minus 2 upon 2. It will give you minus 1, and when we are taking negative sign, x is equal to minus 3 minus 1 upon 2 is equal to minus 4 upon 2 is equal to minus 2. So these two are the two values of x. As we can see that these are the real values. Okay, now we are checking the nature of the root by using the discriminant. D is equal to b square minus 4ac. Okay, here also b is 3 square minus 4 ones are 4, 4 twos are 8 is equal to 9 minus 8 will give you 1. It means this is greater than 0, isn't it? So it means the roots are real and unequal. Okay, how we will come to know that? It is very obvious because we will take once we will take plus and once another time we will take the minus sign, so obviously it is going to come different. So here also you can mention real and unequal, you can write real and unequal. Okay, so if you are only asked to find the nature of the root, you will only do this part. And if you are asked first find the nature of the root and then if it is real then find the roots, then you will do this first and this part later on. Okay, I just want to explain that here also it is coming real root, and I want to show you that the value of this also says that it is real. Now for the another example, I have framed the question like this. Check the nature of the root of the equation x square plus 2x plus 1 is equal to 0. If it is real, then find roots. Okay. Now, as we are asked to find the nature of the root first, so we will find out the nature of the root first. X square plus 2x plus 1 equal to 0. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 2 and c is equal to 1. So x is equal to minus b plus minus under root b square minus 4ac whole upon 2a is the quadratic formula. Okay, so here the value of d is what? B square minus 4ac. We will put the value of a, b, c over here to find the nature of the root. B is 2, so 2 square minus 4 into 1 into 1. So 4 minus 4 is equal to 0. We had studied when d is equal to 0, it means we will have the equal roots. It means the roots will be real, but we will have the equal root. Matlab the same root we are going to have. So now we will write therefore roots are real but equal. So as it exists, the roots are existing, that is why we are going to find the root. Okay, now we will put the value of ABC in this quadratic formula to find the value of the two roots. X is equal to minus b minus 2 plus minus under root 4 minus 4 whole upon 2a, 2 into 1. Minus 2 plus minus, we know that it is 0 upon 2. It means minus 2 upon 2. It will give you what? Minus 1. We are writing over here only minus 1 once. Why? Because this part has become equal to 0. So now we have x is equal to minus 1 comma minus 1. We will consider it twice because both the roots will be equal to minus 1 because the roots are real and equal. Now, the third example is again in the same way. It is asked, check the nature of the root of this equation x square plus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. If it is real, then find roots. So again, as we have done in the previous question, we will find out the first nature. The root equation is x square plus 4x plus 5 is equal to 0. Here a is equal to 1, b is equal to 4 and c is equal to 5. All are positive. So the nature of the root is decided by d. The value of d is what? B square minus 4ac. We will put all these value of a, b, c over here. b is 4, so 4 square minus 4 into 1 into 5. It will become what? 16 minus 4 5s are 20 is equal to minus 4. It is less than 0. As now it is less than 0. So check over here what we had studied. When d is less than 0, it means roots are imaginary. Why the roots are imaginary? Because I had explained you that if we have inside the root a negative number, then it will not exist. That is why the root of this quadratic equation are imaginary. So here we will write, therefore roots are imaginary. So now we will not proceed further because as the roots are imaginary, solution will not exist. Hope you all have understood how to find the nature of the root, how to check it and how to use the two methods to find the solution of the quadratic equation. Thank you. Take care. Bye.